First, let me hit you with a bicep shot. Except I actually have biceps. Alright guys, today I want to talk about the best method to measure your body fat. I get this question from clients a lot. How should I measure my body fat? Well, at the end of the day, what you need to understand about all different measurements of body fat, DEXA, underwater weighing, BOD-POD, bioelectrical impedance, calipers, waist measurement ratios, all these different sort of things, is none of them are perfect. People look at DEXA as the gold standard, but I can tell you we've had subjects in the lab where you get them DEXA'd and then you put them right back down on the same DEXA and it measures them differently. So that's not saying that DEXA sucks or anything like that, but they all have error. They all make different assumptions. They all work on algorithms. It's all going to be assumption based, okay? The most important thing you can possibly do is use the same method every single time and do it the same way every single time under the same conditions every single time. I'll give you an example. I'll have people who go get DEXA'd once a month, and they'll say, and one day they went in the morning, one day they went in the afternoon, and they come back and they go, man, I gained 2.5 pounds of lean body mass this month, or I gained 2.5 pounds of muscle. Well, first off, lean body mass is not the same thing as muscle. Lean body mass encompasses all non-fat tissues, organs, skin, bone, hair, all that water. Water is lean body mass, okay? So looking at something that's a few pounds of lean body mass may mean nothing for muscle mass. And if you did it in the afternoon versus the morning, all that says to me is you were more hydrated. That's it. You had more body water. That's it. Okay? This is why it's so imperative to do it the same way every time. If you want to have a DEXA done, make sure you're going to do it the same way every time. Now, for me, my favorite method is calipers. Okay? Because at the end of the day, skin folds is practically what you care about. All right? I've seen people get DEXAs done who were the most, like Alberto Nunez is like the most shredded human on the planet, and he got a DEXA done and said he was 6% body fat. Now, do you think Alberto Nunez, seeing that, said, oh my God, I'm not lean enough, even though he had like veins in his glutes at the time? No, of course not. He's like the leanest human being on the planet. All that says is that measurement has a limitation. And who cares if he really is 6% body fat, because it doesn't matter, okay? Because if he's 6%, then I'm like 20, all right? So what matters is doing it the same way every time, because it's the relative change that's most important. If you pick a measurement that measures you, for example, too low, as long as you do it the same way every time, that low measurement is going to be consistent. Or if you pick a measurement that does it too high, if you do it the same way every time, it's going to be consistent within itself, all right? So let's say calipers the reality is that calipers measure you 2% below your true body fat. Well, if it means you measured at 10 and you're actually 12, if you lose 2% body fat, now you measure at 8 instead of 10. There's still a 2% difference that is going to be picked up and detectable, okay? So how do I recommend doing it? Fasted, after you've gone to the bathroom and weighed in, first thing in the morning. Do it the same way every single time, and it's going to be the most accurate for you over time, okay? I usually do my measures in triplicate. I'll do a 3-site caliper. I'll do it 3 times. I'll take the average of those measurements, and I do that once a week. Now, some people have said, could I do it like weighing where I do it every day and take the average? Absolutely, you could do it that way. I just don't like it being that big of a pain in the ass in my life. But if you've ever followed my video series where I'm doing my calipers every week as well as weighing every week, you'll see that my lean body mass and body fat changes every week. But if you look at the overall arc over time, that's what's most important. Because I had weeks where, I would have lost 1.5 pounds of lean body mass. And then the next week, I'll gain 1.75 pounds. And then I'll lose 0.5 pound of lean body mass. And then I'll gain 2 pounds of lean body mass. And what you're looking for is that overall arc over time. Don't get caught up in week-to-week fluctuations. It's the overall direction of what your lean body mass is doing over time. But whether you choose calipers, bioelectrical impedance, even measurement ratios, DEXA, underwater weighing, remember that they all have error, and the most important thing is choosing a method that you can do consistently and you do it the same way every time. All right, guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. Click like and share and visit my website, biolayne.com.